All right. Well, welcome everyone. We are right on the half hour here. So we are going to go ahead and get started. Want to make sure I'm being respectful of your time. So happy Thursday. Welcome everybody to your launch series. Really, really excited. Over the next few weeks, we are going to be going over your new office platform. And when I mean office, I'm referring to the mycbstar.com. We'll be going through each little area of the account, and these are intro sessions, but it is going to be a lot of information. So don't worry, we do record each session, we do send you the recordings after, and we also have a ton of resources available. Our support team is available Monday through Friday, help center, videos, ongoing weekly trainings, all of that. So don't want you guys to freak out with how much information we are going to cover over the next few weeks. But really, really excited to start introducing you guys to your account here. And this first session that we do, we talk about your websites because what's included with your new office account is everyone has their own agent website. So, of course, there is the brokerage site. But each individual agent is going to have their own agent site as well. And Karen, if you're on the call, I am using your account as an example. Don't worry, any changes or anything that I'm going to demonstrate today, I will go back and just revert at the end of the session. So don't worry about that. But I always like to use a live agent's website just so you guys can walk through the exact steps after the fact. So how do you access your websites? And there are two ways that you can access your websites. First one is by clicking on this My Account up here and clicking on, oh, where's my mouse? There it is, and clicking on this website, and it will open up your website. The second way is if you are want to just type it into the URL bar, you can definitely do so. And it's just going to be your user ID.cbstar.com. That is going to pull up your own agent website. Please keep in mind though that it will revert to the cbstar.com URL just because we do have the URLs masked at the moment. But it is just going to show all of your agent information. You can see at the very bottom here too, it has your agent name. So that's how you can tell that it is your agent website. Your agent website URLs are all going to be displayed on any marketing material, postcards, all of that that you do. All of that will still be the same. It's just when they're actually on the site itself, this URL bar does mask. So the first thing that you want to do excuse me, when you get to your website is log in to the Back at You Sites Editor because you can really go in and start customizing your website, add information here. There are some default menu items that we include, that home page, which is what you're looking at here. For sale, which brings up all the listings, the About Me section, portal account, what is your home worth, a contact me. These are the defaulted menu items, but we want you to have control over your website and really design your website to represent you as the agent. So, to log into the site's editor so you can begin editing your website, when you are on your own agent site, you're going to scroll all the way down. And down here at the bottom, you're going to see a site's login. You may see a login or a create my portal account up here towards the top right. That is not where you want to log in at. This is for your clients coming to your website, logging into their portal. During the CRM session, we'll dive into what this My Portal is, but your clients can create portal accounts via your website. That way they can search up properties on the MLS, they can get notified for status changes, open houses, and all of that. So that's how they would log in using this login in the top right. For you as the agent to start editing your website, scroll all the way down and click this site's login. Site's login is going to pop up, and then you just enter in your user ID and your password information. It's going to be the same login information that you use to log into your mycbstar.com account. So just use that. Go ahead and hit login here. And now I know I'm on the back editor because here at the top, I can see this black bar and it shows me my agent site here. So I know I'm editing my own agent site. The first thing that we recommend that you do is choose your design layout for your website. And to do that, you're going to want to click on this design option on this black bar here. We have a variety of website templates. Just scroll through down here at the bottom, click on each template. Each template will tell you what is all included. So you can see, don't be dissuaded by the images or anything on here because all of that you're going to be able to edit. But you easily scroll through, find a design that you like, and then just hit use this design. Give it a moment to change and populate. And now that website design will go ahead and apply to your page here. Once you've chosen your design, you can go ahead and hit edit page. First thing you should do is work on this home page header because this is exactly what people see when they come to your website. So this is the first thing that they see. You want to make sure that it's exactly what you want them to see when they view your website here. So clicked on edit page at the top. Now I can go through. When I scroll down, you can see that each area has this edit button. First thing, go ahead and let's hit this edit for the homepage header. And you have 3 different options for this particular layout. Each layout, once again, is different depending on which layout that you choose. This layout offers me 3 options for my homepage header. I could use a slideshow where I can upload these or use images here. I can have up to 6 images. If I don't want to utilize one of these images, I could just mark that as yes or no. If it's marked as no, then it's not going to show. And maybe I want to change this image. So if I wanted to change this image, I can hit change. I can upload images directly from my desktop if I have images I want to use. Your company has uploaded some images here for you guys to utilize as well. You'll be able to access your company images. So you can scroll through and find those. Or we also have back at you stock images that you can utilize where you can utilize different areas. We have a variety of ones here. Go through and then just choose that option. When you hit OK, that will go ahead and then apply to your homepage header. The second option available is a video option. Maybe you want a video to display on your website. You can hit change, and we have a few stock videos that you can choose from here. Go ahead and select that option. And I apologize, give my internet a second to catch up to my words here. Let's go ahead and try that again. Let's see if I hit OK, if it'll go ahead and populate. Oh, there it goes. Perfect. So there's that video now playing in the background. So you can have a video option for this particular layout. The last option is a YouTube video. Maybe you want to show a YouTube video to play in the background. You can definitely do that. Um, all you would have to do is grab that URL and input it here. So I'm just going to pull up YouTube here just to give you an example. Let's say if I'm in the Las Vegas area, I want to show a home here. If you are going to use a URL or a YouTube URL, make sure you grab this URL when you click this share button. You don't want to grab the one at the top because when you input it and you save, it's just going to pull in a blank video. So you want to click share and then you want to copy this URL. I'm going to paste that there. And then when I hit OK, oh, that video is automatically going to play here in the background. So a few different options when you're choosing your video header. I'm just going to revert it back to a slideshow for now. And don't forget, any changes that you make, hit this save button at the top. There's nothing more frustrating than going through, making those changes, forgetting to hit save, and having to come back and redo it all over again. So choose your design layout, then start doing your homepage header here. Once you've selected your homepage header, you're fine with it, go ahead and scroll down, and then you can see that there are additional panels just based on the layout that you're utilizing. Some of these are already hidden. Maybe I want to unhide them. I can hit this blue box here. That section is going to now appear. If I still want to go back and hide it, all of these panels or these sections have this hide button in the top right corner, and then you just hit that hide button. Additionally, for the different panel sections, if I click on this edit button here, I can choose how many panels I want to have displayed. And then I can go through and really design each panel. I can change the image that gets displayed on each panel. I change the title, the description, the button text, and I choose where this panel is going to redirect them to. So this one looks like it's going to listings, but I can select from different links here. You may not be able to see it. It's probably a little too light here for the screen, but you can choose from different back at you pages. When you create some custom pages, you'll be able to choose through those, and we'll go through how to create custom pages, but you have some options here. Once you've set that, just hit OK, and all of those changes will then apply. So pretty quick and easy to start editing your website. First thing we did was just choose that design layout, scrolled through here the designs, updated that design, and then worked through editing that page, homepage header, and then these other areas of the account. Any questions right now about how to choose your design layout, how to access your website, and how to really start beginning to edit your website? And also, if there are no questions, it would also be helpful if you guys just let me know that you're all set, good to go into that chat box there. That way I know we can go ahead and move on. Perfect. Awesome. So, can you use your own photos? Yes, you can definitely use your own photos. So, when I click edit here, if you, let's say you want to do a slideshow, when I hit change, this first option is my images, where you can upload images directly from your desktop. So, you can definitely use your own photos. How about two agents as partners? So are you guys should each individually have your own websites. And then it would really depend as well how you are set up in your office account. Because if you guys are kind of set up as like a team partnership, then there are ways to kind of display it together. But that would all have been set up through your admin in your office account. Can you add a listing of the week on the landing page? Yes. So down here in these panels, so let's say I want to edit one of these panels. Let's say I want to do this one here. I'll just do an example. When you select the link, you can actually, this listing option, you can type in this MLS number or that street address, and then you can link that exact listing to that panel there. So if you wanted to link that here, maybe call this listing of the week, you could do that. And then you would edit these options as well. Can I use my own current website? Are you talking about your website domain? Or do you want to just use your own website? Because if you have your own domain, we can utilize your domain. You would just have to reach out to support@backatyou.com, and they'll be able to help you with that information. So if you want to use your own domain and website and you do not want to use our website, then that's completely up to you. When you are doing your marketing material and all that, then you can input your website. We'll talk about that once we get to the profile because your profile will have your website information. Does that help answer that, Kathy? And Ernie, did me showing you how to add that listing, did that help? You could add that as like a panel, call this listing of the week. Yep, no problem. Awesome, you guys. Any additional questions? Perfect. So then the next thing I want to talk about is all of your websites are live and ready to go. So people can already visit your websites, search up properties, and input themselves as a lead. So since your websites are up and running, you can see here's that lead contact form. Um, People can leave their information and come in as a lead. So you are going to want to set up your lead preferences. But to set up your lead preferences, you're going to do that in your office account. So in this mycbstar.com. And when you're in your account, you can click on My Account, Profile, and then click on this Preferences tab. And this is where you set all of your notifications for your whole account, whether it's for leads, for showing notifications, if your to-do list, you want to get notified for your to-do list, all of that you'll set here. But you can be notified by leads by 3 different ways. First way is get notified by email. Second way is by text. Third way is by phone. These are all set to always 24/7, but you do have the option to maybe set this method as never being notified by that method. Maybe for that specific method, you want to utilize your office hours or certain hours, which you can set below. I'll show you how to do that. Um, and so you are going to want to go ahead and set these one of the first things you do when you get to your account. Maybe for phone, I don't ever want to be notified by a phone call just because I'm on the go, not going to be able to answer it. So I just don't need that phone call. We do recommend that you keep at least one of these methods to always 24/7. So maybe by text, I want to keep that to always 24/7. But email, maybe I want to use my office hours. Set that below because I don't check my email after a certain amount of time or after a certain day and time. In that day. So I just want to use office hours. And then, of course, make sure you hit save in the top right to make those changes saved. If you are utilizing this office hours one, you're going to want to scroll all the way down. And here is my office hours section where you can pick day by day the times you want to receive notifications that day by those particular methods. These do not affect anything on your website. These do not display as office hours on your website or anything like that. This is just solely for your notification preferences within your account. So if you don't set any of these up here to my office hours, no worries. You do not have to do anything at that bottom part. But if you want to use my office hours for any of these methods, just make sure you set that below and then hit that save option. Can you show where to log in again, please? I missed the first 5 minutes. Yeah, no worries. So we actually are going to just jump back to the website. So it's a good time. Let's say I want to go back home. So when you are on your website here, you're going to scroll all the way down and you're going to want to click on this sites login. And that's how you can log in to get this back editor bar here at the top. And then you'll have these options. Your office platform here should be mycbstar.com. And then your user ID and passwords, which you guys should have gotten, that will be the same user ID and password that you use to log in to your back at U Sites Editor as well. Does that help, Carol? Any questions about setting up lead preferences? Perfect. All right. So then let's go ahead and talk about how you can create custom pages to add to your website. So maybe you want to create a page, you want to add it to one of the menu items here. Maybe you want to create a page and have it used as one of the panels. So when someone clicks on a panel, they'll get redirected to that page. How do you do that? So to do that, you're going to want to click on this Pages button up here at the top. And now you can begin creating a custom page. And we have two types of templates that you can use when you're creating your pages. The first one is a standard page template, meaning that the information that you fill out on this page does not change unless you go in and actually edit that page itself. So it's static information, does not change unless you go in there and make edits to it. These are really great for maybe like a preferred vendors list, or if you want to create a page to give information about the area that you service where that information isn't going to change that often. These are great to utilize. Or these are great for those type of pages. And then you can just choose the type of layout that you want here. You can see that. The second page template option is a dynamic page template. And what a dynamic page is the information that pulls onto this page is pulling from a separate source. So it's pulling in new information because it's coming from another source, such as a listings template, this areas template. You can choose your specific areas and it will pull in information from there and it will automatically update. So it's dynamic in the sense that those information on this page gets automatically updated based on the criteria that you set for it. These standard page templates, information doesn't change unless you go in and change it. Dynamic page templates, there are going to be sections that are being updated because it's pulling from a separate source, such as for listings, that information is pulling from the MLS. So for this example, let's go ahead and just create a listings template. That way you can see, get a good idea. Editing the page itself is exactly the same. So I'm going to choose my template and hit next. Now I can start creating that page. First thing you're going to want to do is to name that page. This is what is going to appear in the URL. So make sure you name this something that's not super long, but easily distinguishes what is going to be available on this page. Maybe I want to do a luxury properties page. And this, since this is going to appear in the URL, you're not going to be able to go back and rename the page just because it's a lot harder to change those URLs there. The title, on the other hand, is something you are going to be able to change because it is a part of that page itself. And anything on the page itself, you are able to go through and make edits to. So maybe I want to say, find your dream luxury home. And then I can add a little description of what this page is. Maybe I can say, uh, luxury property searches. I can make a registration a requirement for this page. So do you want people to have to register and leave information in order to view what is on this page? You can mark that as yes or no. Do you want to add meta tags? So meta tags are basically snippets of text that can describe that page's content that don't appear on the page itself, but this can help you increase your search engine optimization because these are like little text that appear in the page source code. So really quick descriptive words, anything like that to describe what's going to be on this page that can help you increase that search engine optimization for this specific page. I'm not going to add any at this time. And then this last option, do I want to add this to my main menu? I'm going to say not at this time because I want to complete this page before I make it live on my website. When you create the page, you are not making it live. Oh, give me a second here. When you are creating a page, you are not making it live. Let's see. Oh, might be running into an issue here because of the masking. So what I'm going to do, and I know Monica, I did see you on here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow up with Savannah and we'll walk through creating a custom page because I'm not sure if I'm still going to be getting this 404 error. I think it just has something to do with the masking of the URL. And I'll record a separate video, if that's okay, you guys, on exactly how to create a custom page. And then we can distribute that out to everyone. I just don't want to, if I'm going to keep getting this error message, don't want to keep running into that. But does that work for everybody on here? Perfect, perfect. And I do apologize. Sometimes we get errors like this going through this process. Awesome. Oh, hey, Ashley, I didn't see that you were on here too. So welcome. Okay, perfect, perfect. So once you have that page created, and I will go ahead and make sure I create a video specific to you guys' websites on exactly how to create that page. But what these pages are greatly used for, you can either add them to your main menu, or as I mentioned, if I am editing my website, maybe I want to add it to a panel here, I can hit edit. And when I select the link, one of those options are those custom pages. And then any custom pages that I'm creating, I can choose that and then it will go ahead and apply to that specific panel. Additionally, if I'm creating a custom page and I want to add it to my menu here, I can go into menus. And this is how you also just add any additional items to your main menu. So here's my main site menu here. When I click edit, if I wanted to, um, and don't worry about these other options here. If I wanted to add those custom pages, here's that custom pages option where I can choose because it'll be a drop down here. And I would just name that page on how I want it to appear on my main menu. So if I am creating a luxury properties page and I want to put this on my menu, luxury homes for you, this is what it's going to appear on my menu. And I can make it a top menu item. So it will be one of these top menu headers here. Or I can make it a sub menu item where I can put it underneath one of these sub menus. Is there a limit to dynamic pages, as in how many dynamic pages that you can create? There's no limit. Yep, no limit. You can create an unlimited amount of pages. So that's the cool thing. You can go in, create as many pages as you'd like, and even just create one. If you want to create a practice one so you know how that editing is, definitely do so because once that page is created, it doesn't live anywhere unless you add it to your menu or you're adding it to one of these panels. So creating a page doesn't make it live on your website. You can create that page, practice. If you only want to make it available for a certain amount of time, or maybe it's like a seasonal page, if you want to do a Q1 best tips at the beginning of the year, or maybe with spring coming up, you want to prepare pages for that, you can create those pages and then add it to your menu once you're ready. When you get to the site menu, you add those custom pages here. And to remove anything from your menu, you just come back in here and you hit this delete or this trash can icon. You can also drag and drop your different menu items around as well. So you can really customize your menu. Let's also say maybe you want to redirect to another URL. I know this is a commonly asked question. You do not have to create a brand new page if you want to redirect them to another URL. You can input that URL here, copy and paste it, name that menu item, and then you choose. Do you want it to be a top menu item? Do you want it to be a sub menu item off one of these headers? So full control over what you have appear on your menu, creating those pages and even these panels here. So you can add those panels in one of these, or one of those panels can lead to one of those pages. Awesome. So now let's go ahead and talk about your About Me sections because all of your websites, your agent sites, all have an About Me section. And even on the company website, has all of your agent About Me sections as well. So, since your About Me information is pulling into your company website as well as your agent site, you want to make sure that you keep this information up to date. If you need to make any changes to your contact information, maybe you update your headshot in a few months, how do you edit that information? So, you're not going to edit your About Me section via your website. You're actually going to do that in your office account. So when you're in your office account and you click on My Account and Profile here, and it's going to open up this details page, this is where you can go in and you can edit all of your information. So your first and last name if you need to edit those, your email address if you ever need to update that. I would go ahead and recommend coming through and inputting your social media links. That way, when people go to your website and they go to your About Me section, they can find you up social media. That gives you another avenue for them to reach out to you. So go ahead and add your social media links here. Here's the website address. So I believe it was Kathy who mentioned if you wanted to use your website, you can. There's the website address here. This is the website address that we pull in and use for your marketing materials. How do you get your social media links? Yeah, so all you would have to do is just go to your Facebook page or your Instagram account, your Twitter account, and just copy that URL at the top there. So I can give you an example. Let me just quickly pull up my Facebook demo account here. Give me a sec. Here it goes. So if I want to input my URL or my social media link here, I would just copy my business page URL, paste it in here, and then I would go ahead and save that. Once I have those links inputted on my About Me section, there will be those little icons for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. All of that will be there. That way, it's just another avenue for them to reach out to you. Does that help answer that? Perfect. Working our way down, here are the images section. So this first image, and you can add multiple images here. If you want to upload more images, that way you can choose different headshots to use when you're creating your marketing material. You can definitely do so. Just keep in mind that whichever one is in this number one spot, this is the one that we are going to display in your About Me section. So if you ever want to update your headshot, you can just drag and drop these and move them around. Scrolling down, this is where you can add your profile information. So your profile bio that's going to appear here. We always recommend put in your bio, update your bio at least once a quarter just to make sure all of that information is up to date. But you can also include a video, profile video. Maybe you have a YouTube video introducing yourself as an agent. You can copy and paste that link here, and that will also display on your About Me section. So you have your bio and that video option. And then, of course, always just like to remind you guys, make sure that you hit this save option. Additionally, here you can see we are pulling in testimonials. So you can have your testimonials be displayed on your About Me section. We're automatically going to display your listings. Here are your also recently sold listings. So that will automatically display because we're pulling that information in from the MLS. If you do not see your testimonials here, maybe you use Zillow, what I would do and check in your preferences, so same place where we set our notifications, scrolling down, there's a Zillow, and if you use Real Satisfied, there's a Real Satisfied area. We will automatically pull in your Zillow testimonials if the email address that we have on file for your office account is the same email address that you have on Zillow. If it is different, all you have to do is input your email address here and then go ahead and hit save. And we will then go ahead and pull in automatically your Zillow testimonials. Same thing with Real Satisfied. You can input your Real Satisfied vanity key here, and then that way we'll automatically pull that in. If you want to manually input testimonials to appear on this About Me page, you can do that in the marketing section. All the way down, there is this testimonials. And now you can go in, hit this plus new, and input that testimonial automatically. It will automatically default to your agent account here. I'm just in that Back at You support profile, so I have access to every agent's name, but it will just automatically default to your agent name. Input the rating. Do you want this to show on your website? Yes or no. So you can choose that. You can backdate it if you're just copying and pasting some previous testimonials, maybe from another site that you want to put on your About Me section for your website. You can backdate it, input your client name, copy and paste that testimonial, and then you can even leave a comment back if you would like. And then you would just save that. Once it's saved, if this is marked as yes to display on your website, you'll find that underneath your testimonials here. Any questions, you guys, about this About Me section on your websites? No questions? Awesome. So the last thing that I want to talk about and just quickly go over is that there are some more advanced settings here. If you are a little bit more on the techier side, you can link your Google Analytics account. If you want to input your Facebook Pixel ID to track your website visitors using that Facebook Pixel integration, you can input that here. If you are not sure where to find that Pixel ID, you can click here and it'll show you exactly where you can find that via your Facebook business page in the Ads Manager section. So there are some more advanced settings that you can take a look at here. If otherwise, your websites are all up and running and set to go. So you don't have to worry about it. If you're fine with the layout too, you don't have to touch anything. This is just if you want to really go in, start designing your website some more, if you want to add additional pages or customize any of these panels. And that's all I got for you guys. I do apologize about not being able to show you how to create those custom pages. So I will make sure to follow up with that information. But any last questions for me about your website, about your office account, how to, let me go ahead and go to this homepage, how to access your profile information. So here, make sure you set your, go to your profile, fill out your social media links, make sure your information's up to date, add a bio because that appears on your website, and then don't forget to set your lead notifications here. Where can you find the website hints? Hits. So there is in the tools and preferences in every agent site, in underneath the reports, the website profile hits report here. So you can, in that tools and preferences, you'll be able to keep track of that. No problem. And yes, I actually recorded this very session. So everyone that registered for the session, I will go ahead and send that recording out as soon as the video renders here. If your site's login is not working, I would go ahead and just email that into support. So support, I'll leave it once again just in the chat box here, support@backatyou.com. That way they can go in and troubleshoot that. Are you going to cover the mobile feature at a later training? As in just the website on how it appears on a mobile phone. So all of your websites are mobile friendly. So it will pretty much function exactly as it would on the web. It's just the layout is adjusted to fit via the phone browser. Does that help? Or what exactly were you looking for in terms of the mobile feature? So we do not have an app. So if you want to log into your account, you can just use just your normal web browser. Just type in mycbstar.com. Your office account is mobile friendly as well, but we do not have a mobile app. But all of our sites, your office account, all of your websites are mobile friendly. Good question. And we do have we have submitted an app request to our product team. No problem, you guys. And I do just want to reiterate too, if you guys are having any issues logging in, it's not recognizing your login information, or it's just giving you error messages, reach out to our support team. That way they can help you guys troubleshoot that and look into that issue just a little bit more. But that's all I got. If you guys don't have any last questions, I will stay on the line for just a few minutes, see if anything else comes up here. Want to thank you guys so much for your time today. I am going to look into why I was getting that error for those custom pages. I will make sure to get you guys that custom page recording so you guys know how to create those custom pages and add it to your website. And I will send out this recording as well. Next week, we are going to be covering your social media center. It's one of my favorite sessions. Because it will talk about how you can promote yourself on social media utilizing the new social platform that you guys are all going to get. So, really excited for that. Looking forward to it. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. I'll stay on the line for just another minute here or two. But if I don't see you guys or speak to you guys towards the end of this week, I'll speak to you guys next week.